Our next project is a bit of a longer one, so while we're out on our walk today, we're going to get started with this project by collecting some nettles. Nettles are all around at the moment. These are just on the side of the path that we walk. They sting with their little hairs, so do be careful. So we're going to use some gloves to collect a good bag. So back at the house with the nettles, I'm going to give these a chop to really break down those fibres, and then I'm going to boil them up with some water for a couple of hours. So the nettles are all chopped up now in my pan. It's about 2/3 full, and now I'm going to cover it with some water. So next I'm going to add some, you can add baking soda, bicarbonate of soda, or washing powder, and it just needs to be an alkali, and that will dissolve the cellulose and break it down, which will make the fibres break down a bit more and make our paper better. Once the nettles have been cooking down, then you're going to strain them through a sieve or a colander and rinse it with cold water. I've got about 1 litre of water in here, and I'm going to add some bleach. I'm using some Milton, so just add that in, or dissolve it into the water, and then add in your sieved plant material. The nettles have now gone a paler colour, so I'm going to pour those over the sink into the sieve. And then I'm going to rinse it through with water just to remove any leftover bleach. So next we've got our tray of water. If you see, I can push my fingers in it. The water needs to be covering the mould and decal, and using your sieve, get your pulp and put it on top of the mould and decal. And if it's submerged, the pulp should be able to move and float around without going over the edge of the mould. So if you move it around so that it is spread out and moving freely in the water, and once you are happy with the thickness of it, this is a point where you can start to decorate it. So we've got a few apple blossom petals here that we are going to use to pull off and decorate our paper. Because we haven't got very much nettle fibres, we've moved it over to use half of the mould and decal, just so that we've got a reasonable thickness of nettle fibres there, and we're just using our apple blossom petals to decorate our paper. Next, lift your mould and decal out of the water and let the water drain off. Once it is stopped dripping, the next thing you need to do is have a piece of cardboard or cardboard with some material over it. Our mould and decal opens up like this, so you need to take off the mould bit, and then I'm going to tick this up, and in one short sharp movement gonna tip it onto my material. We use some tissue to remove some of the moisture from the top, and then you carefully lift off your mould and decal, leaving your paper behind. So the next thing you need to do is get another piece of cotton material, and you're going to put that over the top of that, and that will help to absorb more of the water. If you've got some newspaper or things like that, you can put a layer of that over the top as well, and we're going to leave that to dry for as long as it takes. Right, it's the next day and we're about to unveil the paper. What does it look like? Quite, how is it, Mags? Oh, the flowers and petals on the back.
It's quite delicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit lumpy, but I think it's like dried up and like got lumpy.
So that's a close-up of our paper. It is quite cool seeing all the different fibres sort of meshed together. We could do different things with this. We could cut it into shapes, draw on it, hang it on a mobile. But either way, quite pleased with that experiment. We might try it with some other different materials to see if we can make other paper. Other things that I've seen are oak paper, fern paper, so we might give those a go if we find some of those bits and bobs while we're out on our walk. We hope you'll have a go at making some paper of your own. That's our first attempt. Really enjoyed it. Definitely will do it again with some other plant material. It wasn't as hard as we thought, so definitely have a go.
If you've enjoyed our videos, make sure you check out our YouTube channel, Forever Green Forest School. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notifications when we upload new videos.